You know what this means. It's Ace Attorney Online time. What are we playing today? Case set in English. By iKiwed. So immediately you know it's not what you were expecting. This is Ace Prosecutor Zero. And this looks really fucking cool right now. Not gonna lie. So, see the extra menu. Unlock the Trophy of Patience and the extra content you need to complete this chapter. Fair enough. We're just gonna jam onto this music for a bit. So, holy crap, this is cool as hell. Oh? A trial in rain. Dude! This is fucking cool! Holy shit! A simple description. We play as a prosecutor. Ooh. Don't touch the screen until the end of the info. The intro, rather. This is a trial in the rain. Okay, I'm intrigued. Whoa! Is this our guy? Yo! This is cool as hell! So, what's going on the other side of the world? Don't think I've ever seen you around town before. You know, by now I'm always picking up the same people at the airport. It's the first time I've met someone like you. So why don't we have a talk when we get to your destination? Gotcha. You're the boss here. After all, I'm not paid to talk. Let me know if you change your mind. Or else I can talk and you can just listen. I got a lot of things to say, you know? Oh right, before I come off as rude. Want to listen to some music? Sure. Thanks so much. Let me see if I got anything interesting. Let's see. I think I got some fitting music for this situation. Here we go. One of my favorite songs. Oh, I regret. What was that? It's not fitting for the situation. I like it. Anyway, my car, my rules. Jokes aside, if you want to change the music, just press the change music button. If you want to stop music, just press the stop the music button. Feel free to sleep if you want. Rest until the destination. I'll wake you up when we get there. Your trip here must have been really tiring, so try it and make it. Try it and feel right at home. Well, kinda. Stop. Oh, you don't want any music? Sure, you're the boss. Okay. Thank God. Immediately demonetized. Why not? What's the music? Sure, here it is. What else we got? Change. Don't like it? Fine, I'll play some lighter music then. Better. Okay, I can accept that. Talk. Oh, you want to talk with me for a bit? I've been a taxi driver since I was 17, more or less. I knew right away that this was the job for me, and I'm proud of that. A bit like you, I guess. You're an attorney, right? My Aunt Tita needed an attorney for a divorce. Long story. I'm not even sure if I should tell you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Thanks. 2 years ago, my Aunt Tita bought a new house. Pretty big house, you know? When I had a house, wish I had a house like that. Well, the inevitable happened. Well, one of the trimestral energy bills, they paid more than 4 times what they usually were paying. I don't know, it's crazy. But here's the thing. What do you think caused it? I don't know. Alright, you're a man of few words. I expected to reply like, because they eat cables like spaghetti at lunchtime. But you're a quiet kind of person. Oh well. Alright then, I'm gonna tell you. Turns out her husband had kept the hairdryer on for 50 hours straight. That seems dangerous. Scared? Me too. Worst thing is, her husband is terribly irresponsible, and Aunt Tina is the only one with a job. It was her husband's duty to look after the house. Oh yeah, now my aunt wants him out of it, so he's not capable of helping. I'm curious now. Do you agree with her? You just gotta say yes or no, don't worry. Good question. Sure. Maybe you're right, you know? Even something in your house who does almost nothing but causes trouble. It's gotta be a real mess. Thankfully my family's good. Oh well, Aunt Tina isn't the first nor the last to have these problems, right? And besides, I always say one thing about this. Wow, what was that, your phone maybe? Better give it a check, maybe it's important. Imagine if you get a message saying you must go back home because they made a mistake. This would mean reverse course, and more money for me and my family. Since you're a nice guy, if I gotta turn back, you only pay for the return, from the return onwards. Sound cool, right? I don't make these kinds of offers often. But I gotta be honest, I guess it's not even that legal. But you're like a friend to me, so don't worry about it. Oh wait, I forgot, you're an attorney. You know what? Doesn't matter. Just look at the message. You know how to do that? Nope. No? How can you call yourself a tech-savvy person? Well, actually, you never said that. But I guessed you are because of those headphones you wear. Alrighty then, I'll explain how it works. See that bell-shaped icon? This is the icon. If you don't see it, I suggest you see a good eye doctor. You point the cursor over it. It'll give you the option to check for more information. And guess what you'll do after that? Hey. Yes, no. Yes, exactly. You'll left-click the check button. I'm gonna look back to the road while you check your messages. Just give me a sign when you want to talk with me, alright? What other music you got? Don't like it? Alright, I'll play some light music then. Alright. Hey, so, was that important? Alright, you care about your privacy, right? Think about it for a sec. In a world like this, that's hard or even impossible to protect all your information, no? What's the point of striving to protect your data when they have already read it twice? Now, I'm not saying you have to show me the message. I'm a taxi driver, after all, not a thief. What I'm trying to say is, don't think for a second you're safe. You could kidnap all your family at any moment without you noticing, you know? But how can you prevent that, you may ask? There's a saying here, stay close to your friend, but even closer to your enemies. And if you can't beat them, join them. The conclusion is, if they kidnap your family, give back... What? That does not sound legal advice, sir. You got what I'm saying, right? No. Okay, it's simple. If you help them kidnap your family, you know where they brought them, right? In this way, only in this way, you can give the right location to the police. Never thought about that, right? Think about it. That's not how any of this works. Can I ask you a question? I'll take the silence as a yes. Do I look like a barber to you? Yes. Really? You too? How is it possible? Okay, I explain why I asked the question. All my customers say I have the face of a barber. In the end, I simply don't care because I'm a taxi driver. This made me think for a few secs. Does it mean I'd be good for other kinds of jobs? Maybe I simply remind them of someone when they see me. I mean, I don't think there are famous barbers, right? I don't know. They say I have the perfect mustache, like a real barber would have. Honestly, I don't know. It's never occurred to me before. I love my mustache. My grandpa had the same kind. I don't think he was a barber. I think he was a plumber. Maybe not. Poor Grandpa. Maybe his soul rest in peace. Grandpa Mario. Thanks for the chit-chat, even if you just said, like, 2 or 3 words. But you listened to my speech, so thanks. You know, this is my last trip, then I'll get back home and drink hot chocolate. You like hot chocolate? I love it, actually. It's extremely cold in this city, you know? This wet cold is truly something, you agree? It's that kind of cold you feel in the bones, right? You better cover yourself and all stuff like that. Oh well. You know, I don't know how long you'll be staying here, but I'll tell you something. You have to go somewhere. I recommend you Fuchsia Roses. Yeah, I know, the name isn't good at all, but the shops are the best. There are chairs in every store, so you can wait for your girlfriend in complete relaxation. Plus, it's the only commercial center with a restaurant where they serve you at a swimming pool. I'd give it a try if I were you, you know? And if you like museums, I recommend the Flute Museum. Believe me on my word when I say it's money well spent. You talk about many topics like the types of flutes and their history. See, doesn't iKiwed have a series of videos like flute Ace Attorney stuff? Need to actually dig into that channel, but did you know that once a flutist had to play at a concert, but he had forgotten his flute at home? Do you know what he did? He homemade a flute. And how, you may ask? The answer may surprise you. Took a carrot and sliced it to get a flute-shaped form. No joke. They exposed that flute in the museum because it's perfectly functional. Still don't believe me? Go check it out. But hurry up, because they're gonna close it in 2 weeks. Oh, another place sprung to mind. I think you might like it. Oh, I just realized something. Hold tight. Phone. Okay. So, set information. Set welcomes you as a new customer. The subscriptions you have selected are now active. From now on, you can receive and write messages and make calls within this territory. Sender Detective. Hi, Prosecutor. They told me you're coming to this city. See you in court. Pascal. Attached. .pdf. How do I open my attachments? How do I open .pdf? I got to know. You know what escape rooms are? Yeah. Good, you'll be pleased to know that there's an escape room in the city. My daughter Lucia tried it out, and she said it's the best. She said the theme of the escape room is a courtroom. Oh. Since you're an attorney, I immediately thought of this. This is the nightmare of every lawyer to get stuck in a courtroom forever. Okay, we're almost there. Get ready. Destination, Palace of Justice. The courtroom, right? Oh, not exactly the most suitable place to end the day, am I right? And for you attorneys, it's like a playground, so the only thing I can say is... have fun! Well, have fun. That was fun. Oh, this is cool. I've never seen a courthouse so empty in my life, I must say. But it's a night trial. I'd be surprised to see someone right now. Hey, there you are, finally! It's coming from that sofa. Ah. You showed up just in time. I'm Detective Pascal, the detective in charge of this case. Thank goodness I reached the courthouse before the deadline. The pleasure is mine, Detective. I'm Prosecutor Zero. Zero? What a name you have, buddy. Is it your full name or what? Well... So how about a drink while we wait? A drink? I don't know what kind of habits you have, but I'm not going to drink before the trial. What? Talking about coffee. You know, the night is young. Huh, interesting. Since when are there bars inside the courthouses? Zero, I think you're sleeping standing up. I'm asking you to go to the vending machines and drink coffee, that's all. Oh. My apologies, Detective. Anyways, no coffee for me, thanks. Alright. Gonna get one for me. Just wait here, okay? Wait, but I still don't know anything about the case. What? You have butterflies in your stomach? Can't you wait for just a minute? I'm not used to worrying. This time I am. In fact, I've never been so nervous. Entering the courtroom without a shred of proof is an instant defeat. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. Just give me time to take the evidence then. After all, I am the one who took care of them. Wow. This sure makes my day a little brighter. Yep. I know you didn't have a chance to prepare for this trial. You warned me at the last second, after all. I just see everything is gonna be fine. I'm confident of the job I did, you know? Okay, I got it. Hurry up and bring the evidence here. Meanwhile, I suggest we start with an introduction, shall we? I am Zero. I'm a prosecutor, as I think you noticed. I've been transferred after the promotion from the Internal Prosecuting Federation, or IPF. They sent me to this city because they believe I'm the prosecutor suited to the situation. Even though I don't know exactly with which criteria they chose me for. Surely I'm not a big-headed person. I know some prosecutors act like that. That said, given the importance of my assignment, I know I always have to be prepared. And this, regardless of the type of the case, including this one. Unfortunately, the local PD is in a very big trouble. And this trouble is the motive I'm here today. Like if this wasn't enough, I'll start the trial without any kind of information. Go over at night with rain and thunders. Just hope the evidence can give me an idea of what happened at the crime scene. Are you talking to yourself? No, it's just an introduction. An introduction to whom? To the plants over there? Never mind. You sure you don't want anything? You're getting weirder. Maybe. Why not? A hot tea. Do you know if they'll give it? I don't know. Never tried. Anyway, let's get back to us. Where's the evidence? Alright, I was just getting to that point. Have fun with all this stuff. Oh boy. Autopsy report. Deceased at about 11. Signs of aggression on the neck, suffocation, killed with a bullet in the back, dead on the spot, traces of blood revealed. Murder weapon fired once, fingerprints not clear due to the rain. Last bottle with wine, broken in half due to a fall. Found in the defendant's body when he was in unconscious state. Albert Necken's fingerprints on it. Crime summary. Great. All the evidence to analyze in how much? 10 minutes. So there's a way to train yourself for the next trials. Yeah, except this isn't a mock trial. Also, did you just say I always need to be prepared? Yeah, I know how to roll my sleeves up, but I'm not omniscient. Anyways, what's this? Doesn't look like evidence to me. The summary of the testimony I'll give during the trial. Read it. Who knows, maybe it's gonna be useful. Let's see. October 28th, the victim, Kenny Staunson, was killed with a bullet. Only suspect is Mr. Albert Al Necken. It was raining that night, and Mr. Necken had the goal to meet the victim. As he saw the victim, Mr. Necken approached and attacked him. After a brief fight, Mr. Necken took his gun and shot him in the back. Killing him. Police found the victim's body and the defendant with a gun in the crime scene. So, what do you think? Excuse me for the question. Is this your testimony? Yep, not bad, right? I don't want to ruin your enthusiasm, but I don't see any useful information. First of all, can you explain the clash between these two men? Why did he assault the victim? What is his motive? Why didn't he run away from the crime scene? Well, I mean, I'll explain some things during the trial, so no worries. Some things? Care to explain? Well, I mean, it's not like I know everything. Aren't you here to help me? I can't do it alone. Detective, don't give the fault to me if you didn't do something for this case. Did you arrest him just because he was in the crime scene? Or do you have some concrete proof? If not, this trial is going to be a real mess. Zero, listen, I told you not to worry. More or less. Instead of complaining, why don't you take a look at my evidence? Well then. The autopsy report says the victim's name is Kenny Staunson, and he was a medic. He was killed with this pistol, with only one bullet, piercing his back. Got it. What about this bottle? It should belong to the defendant. There are his fingerprints on it. What of his charge, detective? Wasn't it obvious? First-degree murder. After you conclude the opening statement, call me to testify. If you won't, this trial will end immediately. Oh dear. This case is the worst welcome of my life. Fortunately, I did participate in the study of this case. My only choice is to trust the detective. Ah! I was forgetting the defendant and the victim's profiles. Either profiles, you just need to click on Profile. Thank you, Pascal. It's the top right button. Can't miss it. Okay, thank you, Detective. I hope to figure something out. Hold on a sec. Do we have a witness? Well, about the witness. Oh, hello. Sorry, are you the Prosecutor number 0 at Detective Pascal? Number 0? Anyways, yes, this is us. Is it time? Matter of a minute. Please prepare for the trial. So, it's my turn, huh? Need to be just like that, yet. Now I'm worried. How could I not be? The detective just handed me the evidence. I said don't worry. Everything will be okay. With my money, you'll be able to do your job properly. I hope for you. Bad feeling about it. I'll be the one who will suffer the consequences anyway. Well then, let's go. Wait a sec. Yes, detective? Hey you, get out of my sight. For a moment. Pretty please. Okay. Don't forget the trial's imminent. Such delicacy, detective. We have a witness, but he has to come. He's yet to come. Finally, good news. But why isn't he here? Why isn't he here already? Apparently, he isn't from the city, so we need time. It's absolutely important we continue with the trial until he's here. Then you can decide if we call him to the stand or not. It would be stupid not to, don't you think? This witness may give us vital information for the case. Get the gist, detective. Before we go, want to make sure of something. You do know why you're attending this trial, don't you? Of course I do. Because... Yeah. How did he shut me up with his sunglasses? A reflection? But today, this is going to be a secret. Make an effort to say nothing about this. Alright, but why not? It's something we need to handle calmly. I know the situation isn't exactly this rosy. Understand, Detective. I won't say a word. Please, promise me to take off those sunglasses in court. Yeah. This is a promise I can't keep, sorry. Yeah, but do they allow these things in the courtroom? Alright then, let's go. Let's hope for the best. The very best. It is indeed midnight. Well, this is interesting. Court is now in session for the trial of Albert Necken. Apologize in advance regarding the time. Apparently we couldn't choose a different schedule, but both sides are ready for the trial. I am, Your Honor. As well as I'm gonna be, I guess. Should be the prosecutor. What is your name? My name is Zero. I just landed in this city. It's a pleasure to meet you. What an interesting name. A number. That's funny. You don't look nervous. And yet this is your first case, is that correct? Exactly. I always try to keep my nerves calm. Or like I'll give it my best to look calm. Luckily looks can be deceiving. Very well. This is what I wanted to hear for the prosecution. What about the defense? Is it ready too? Oh, the defense is ready. I'm sorry, could you remind me your name, please? Whitney Cosmo. Thank you, Miss Cosmo. Welcome to both of you. The prosecution may start the opening statement without hesitation. What should I say? What did he call the defendant? Michael, Knuckles. Okay, that's not good. Prosecutor, I understand you might be a little baffled. However, in this country, it's imperative to make an opening statement. Alright. What did I do? Right. You have the court record. All the evidence is next to the screen. Notifications, prosecutor badge, cleared. Autopsy report, gun, glass bottle, summary of the crime. No doubt this is evidence. What about the profiles? Now that I see better, there's a profiles button. If I click on it, I should see the associated profiles. Got it. Just need to press the profiles button and see the victim's profile. So the victim of this case is... clearly Ken Stoned. Clearly. Here's Kenny Stonson. Don't know who this is. Albert Necken. Hot-headed Pascal. Our badge, which is a neat touch. Little blue dot. Clearly it's him. Him who? Ken. Do we really have to wait for his opening? It's going to take an eternity. Ken. So far, so good. Prosecutor, act carefully. What could I do? Oh, yes. Let's play serious. Ken Stonson. I got it. It's Kenny Stonson. Correct. Very well. Thought this was harder. Well, the answer was obvious. In any case, you haven't finished to answer my question. So there are things to clarify. The opening statement is getting longer than I thought. Do you have at least a vague idea of how an opening statement is structured? We really are getting the boneheaded defense attorney introduction on the prosecutor's side. This is kind of wild. Yes, I need time to open a statement. Why do you need time to plan it? Please don't make the situation even more difficult to digest. Look, let me help you with another question. Come on, prosecutor. Tell us, how did the victim die? It's time to see the autopsy report and the court records once more. I'm watching the profiles. I need to press the evidence button. For that with the mouse cursor, I need to point at the autopsy report. Yes. Did you hear my question? Sorry, Your Honor. Better answer right now. Shot in the back. Victim died due to a gunshot in the back. Well, you answered correctly to my questions. Now you're ready to start your real opening statement. Oh, great. Wait, what? I thought this was the opening statement. Now you're more relaxed thanks to my questions, aren't you? Yes I am, Your Honor. No, I'm not at all! You may proceed with your real opening statement. Come on, Zero. Why can't I think of anything to say? Because I still don't have a clear idea. If I read the detective summary, I should be good. Prosecutor Zero, be honest, what is your problem? No problem, Your Honor. Are you sure? Are you prepared for the trial? I say no, he'll suspend the trial, and that would be a problem. I say yes, the judge will notice I'm not good with bluffs, and the trial will end in the worst-case scenario. If I do, am I ready or am I not ready? Oh, wait, what? You don't need to say anything, What? I see you're not prepared. You can't even make a proper sentence in an opening statement. Your Honor. Held it. Your Honor, it's not his fault. We must continue the trial. Detective Pascal, care to explain what's happening? Your Honor, nothing is happening. Let's continue the trial. Why did the detective intervene in this way? Overruled. There is no motive to continue this trial, is there? Unless one of you two will give me an explanation, the trial will end in favor of the defense. No. In a courtroom, both sides must be prepared for this trial. Of course, but Your Honor. Silence! No other choices. To give a verdict. Not already! It's true the evidence against Mr. Nicken has not yet been shown. However, the lack of preparation is a serious matter which can ruin the trial itself. It's not looking good. Act quickly. Well, I'm sure that's a savable frame. Chorus. Intervene. Objection. You can't do it. You want to end this trial without any evidence or witnesses shown. Why don't we just continue the trial normally? What do you think? This is what I think. It's past midnight and the courthouse should be closed. I have to get up in 5 hours and go back to my usual role as judge. I'm called to come here in this courthouse, and now I'm far away from home. What's more, tomorrow I'll be the judge of a trial where the witness is a rabbit. What? A rabbit. Do you realize how our legal system is used? It's the last time I say it, but if I see no reason to continue, I will close the case now. What? Why would you close a trial without a trial? Also, a rabbit is a witness? What kind of city is this? It's no use he isn't listening to me. Ended before it started. Very well. Give my verdict if there are no objections. Easiest case ever. Declare the defendant, Albert Neckel.
Objection!
What? Who said that? Your Honor, I client's name is Nicken, not Neckel. Yes, right. I declare Albert Nicken.
Objection!
Whoa! Not done talking. Deepest apologies. Please, go ahead. She never talked until now. I wonder. Do you know what I think of the prosecution's situation? Well, to be honest, I have no idea. Nothing. I don't get your point. I studied this case for all this time. Now you want to end the trial by declaring my client not guilty? By doing absolutely nothing? Are you saying you want to continue the trial despite the prosecution's unpreparedness? Don't you want to use this opportunity to end this trial in your favor? With all due respect, Your Honor, you don't know me. As defense attorney, I have two important roles: defend my client and establish what happened. I can't do it if the trial ends now. That's why I need this prosecutor. At the end, we all need a second chance. Or am I wrong? I don't care if he isn't prepared or not. I admit I didn't see this coming for the defense. If the defense agrees, the prosecution can continue the trial despite the situation. This will be worth your while.
Objection!
That's real smooth. I'm not done talking. Why does that not sound promising? If this is the favor for the prosecution, we want to hear why they're unprepared. Knew it. This help for the defense has a cost. So to establish what happened, she meant this. Use my right to stay silent. Oh.
Objection!
You're not a witness. I wouldn't fall for it, Your Honor. Important to know this motive for the record. For the simple fact I helped you to extend this trial. Ooh, it's like when you make a deal with the devil's lawyer. Truth is, I can tell the secret you're hiding. Wait a moment. Defense attorney, what's your name? Whitney Cosmo. Why? Oh, it's nothing. I just forgot it. The point is, what makes you think I have a secret? Plus, why are you interested in it? Just wasting time, if you ask me. No, I'm not wasting time, and I'm going to show you why. Truth is that you, Prosecutor Zero, you just got to know about this trial. Or am I wrong? As I thought. But that's impossible. Then how did he request this trial? What you just said is quite interesting, Your Honor. Imagine you see my point now. Yeah, she has a good point. Prosecutor, I wonder if you may answer the following question. Which is... where's the prosecutor you replaced? Oh. Good question. Why is it so important for you? As I said, I studied for this case, learned every kind of information, and of course I know who had to represent the prosecution. Back when I heard your name is Zero, I thought, is this some kind of a joke? I have no preferences, but your presence left me... how do I say it? A little bewildered. So, can you answer this question, or not? If I answer, the plan falls apart. If I don't, the trial may end now. If I don't decide immediately, the judge will get nervous. I don't know what to make of this right now. What do I do? Say the truth. I want to know the truth. Detective, I think it's time to say something, or the trial will end. Take your responsibilities, then. For the sake of the trial, after all. Miss Cosmo, you're right. I knew about the trial just a few days ago. Only received this little information in the meanwhile. You deduced I'm not the prosecutor who organized this trial. That prosecutor is missing. You said missing. Is this another joke? Wish it was. Disappeared some days ago. We had no other choice. Such atrocities. Incredibly unthinkable. Why didn't you mention this at the beginning of the trial? Good question. Can't spread the news. We're not in a good situation. And why not? Is this what we were brought in to solve? I'm just gonna say this. possible disappearance is due to private matters. This is why the International Prosecuting Federation offered Prosecutor Zero. Until we find the other prosecutor. I'm sorry. I can only imagine the situation. Excuse me, but I've had this question in my mind for a while. Did you know anything about it? To be honest, no. They warned me of the absence of a jury, but that is all. But how? You should have known this information about the missing prosecutor. I can explain. When he asked for a new prosecutor for this trial, we asked directly to the IPF. Furthermore, the prosecution isn't the only substitution. Is that right, Your Honor? Your Honor? You too? Yes, indeed. I've been called to be the judge of this trial. However, I wasn't aware of this news. I'm sorry for what I said about you, Prosecutor. Yeah, you satisfied, Cosmo? You and your truth to reveal. So what will happen now? Maybe this would happen. That's why today's trial is different from the others. The fact that the judge or the defense knows about the missing prosecutor doesn't present any risk, I think. Ah, that's why we're doing this trial at night. Why keep this secret from the judge if it doesn't involve any risk? Why was the judge replaced, too? Anyway, I better seize the moment. There is no motive to suspend this trial. I come from far away, that's why I couldn't study the case. To reiterate, I'm ready to do my job. I spent 6 years of my life to study law. I'm convinced of my abilities. I mean, I guess we could buy that he's frazzled, jet-lagged, tired. I highly hope for you, Prosecutor. You two have a lot to learn, starting from the opening statement. Alright, we can continue with this, Prosecutor. By the way, I want clear and concise statements from both sides. Is that clear? Being concise is my skill. Took a while, but we're finally here. The decision to make a trial without a jury was a good move. I suppose it's finally time to end this topic and start the real trial. Your Honor, I'd like to call the detective Andres Pascal to the stand. Hey, Zero. Do as I said. Got it? Understood. Now you can start explaining. Okay, members of the court. Brace yourself. Today's trial is about a murder, as you likely noticed. The victim's name is Kenny Staunton, and he was a medic. It's like Zero said, he died due to a shot from a firearm. The gun fired only one projectile. A single shot in the back was enough to kill him. But this means he died in a few moments. Yes, the basics of the case for now. Police had no difficulty in identifying the culprit. And how so, if I may ask? Defendant Albert Necken had been found on the crime scene, and some of the evidence is incriminating. He's the only person who has been with the victim before the crime occurred. Yeah, it's true, the gun doesn't have defined fingerprints. We're analyzing them right now. It's easy to confirm those belong to him. If you think about it, the shot came from the back. We can exclude the victim from the list. Why, yes. This also suggests the victim couldn't commit suicide. Yep. Also, don't forget the defendant was drunk, under the effects of alcohol. The effects of alcohol? Yep. When he arrived at the precinct, the defendant sobered up. We're sure enough he was drunk during the crime. How did you find out? Look at the glass bottle. Ring any bells? What about it? We analyzed the bottle and it contained wine. But it's clear it was under the effects of alcohol. This is our way to investigate. Not bad, huh? Seems a rather ordinary thing here. Is there anyone who doesn't investigate in this way? Well, then we can be sure the defendant was drunk. Good job, detective. By the way, could you explain to the court why the defendant remained at the crime scene? The prosecution is right, an important detail. The defendant declared himself innocent and asked for a lawyer to defend him. If I were the killer, I'd run away from the crime scene immediately. Why didn't he do that? Well, wouldn't it make sense to think he slept on the crime scene? Wouldn't it make sense to think he slept on the crime scene because of the alcohol? It's a plausible explanation. So he remained on the crime scene, but not by his own will. Thank you, Detective Pascal. You showed us a clear picture of the murder. What are the charges according to the prosecution? Based on the police's work, the prosecution claimed the defendant guilty of first-degree murder. Interesting. Ms. Cosmo, anything you'd like to add? Yes, I have something to say. As defense attorney and my client, I firmly believe in his innocence. First, we have no witnesses to testify against the defendant. This is unfair for his position. No witnesses. Second, the murder weapon may not have the defendant's fingerprints. Third, the motive. We don't know why he killed the victim. You have an excellent point, Miss Cosmo. Well, we can proceed with the session. Does the prosecution want to call someone? This isn't here. I can just call one person besides the detective. I have no witnesses to present at the moment. This means that the defense's client is the only person I'd like to call, if the court accepts. Lack of witnesses is unusual, but if both sides agree to it, then we can call him to the stand. Take off your... Well, the defendant should take off the hood to identify himself. I agree with the defense. The defense? Please, take off the hood for the court record. I don't want. Afraid it's necessary for the record, defendant. I'll do anything. But please, I don't want. Let me keep my hood. I'm afraid you have no choice, defendant. Bailiff, please do something. No. No. What have I done to deserve this? No, please. No, I'll be good, I swear. I swear. Never do it again, I swear. No! Holy beard. Hello? Your beard is enviable. Your Honor, the bailiff broke the defendant's hood. I'm sorry, Mr. Necken, but it's necessary to continue this trial. No, it wasn't. You tarred me hood. Who's gonna pay for that, eh? Someone should. Come on, Zero. Why are they staring at me? The judge who asked to remove the hood. In any case, your name and profession, please. What if I say nah? You already know me name. You won't take me. How did he do that? He did everything. Except for a man capable of vanishing with his own beard. I asked the prosecution to request his name and occupation. I did. Is it necessary to ask for it again? After all, we know who he is. Of course it is. The name of each witness must be recorded for the record. But since the defendant doesn't want to collaborate, you can now tell us his name. The defendant is called Albert Necken, and currently he has no profession. Oh, so he's an unemployed... So sorry for the defendant. Your Honor, to tell the truth, he's homeless. Oh, I didn't know that. Good thing I was the unprepared one. I assume Miss Cosmo is a public defender. Doesn't mean I'm unprepared. I didn't want to say that. I wanted to congratulate you for your work. Actually, I haven't done anything yet. Sorry, I mean... I should say something or we'll stay here forever. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to continue if you agree. Right. Let's start with your direct examination, Miss Cosmo. Ah, yes, the direct examination. Miss Cosmo, could you tell us what your interrogation consists of? You're asking me this like you don't know what it is. No, well, I'm asking because the procedure varies by the country. Since this is my first time here, I need to learn how it works. 6 years of law, huh? The details we don't need to recall now. Okay, I have no reason not to tell you. I'll just ask the defendant some questions about what happened. Then please, I'll build a valid testimony for my client. Understood. Yes, I get the point. Better be prepared in case there's a hole in her interrogation. How can I do it? I think I have an idea. During the direct examination, the defense will ask some questions to the defendant. When it is appropriate, I could argue about what they do or say. Oh wow. Use this menu and choose what action I should take. Example, show evidence can be used to show a contradiction during the session. Ask a question can be used to make a question, but being the defense's interrogation, I can't dwell on long questions, so only when it's needed. If I fail, I could be penalized. If I would interfere in a moment, I should keep quiet. Unacceptable condition. This can be useful if they say nonsense. So essentially an actual law-esque objection. I'm going to use it quite often with this witness, but I need to think twice before using it. Wait and see, or rather what I should do in every normal circumstance. Need to keep an eye on the other options. Oh boy, alright. Now let's see if it's necessary to intervene during her direct examination. What was that? Oh, we just got texted a tutorial. My apologies, Your Honor. It's my phone. Received a message. I invite you to turn off your phone. It's not allowed to use it in the court except for special reasons. Of course, Your Honor. I'll turn it off. I'll use the silence mode, just in case. Looks like we received a guideline for the trial. I can read it all the time. I feel lost. I just have to click on check to see the received message. Wonder, who sent me this message? Let's not dwell on that. Prosecutor, we're waiting for your nod. Sorry, Your Honor. Miss Cosmo can start whenever she wants. Oh boy. Whoa. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Mr. Necken, according to the evidence, you were under the influence of alcohol. So I want you to remember for your sake. Do you remember anything about the victim? Well, now that I think about it, I remember we once talked about cookies. In particular, muffins. Muffins and biscuits are different, right? Muffins have more or less the same consistency of biscuits. So are they cookies then? They are cooked differently. I don't think they're the same thing. Just a good moment to say something. Let's give it a try. Okay. Realistically, let's ask a question. About what? Muffins? It's better not to ask questions like these right now, or I might be penalized. That's just unacceptable. I can't talk about biscuits at a moment like this. Alright, it's time to say something.
Objection!
God, the defendant is discussing unrelated topics to this trial. I ask the defense to take this discussion seriously. Objection sustained. Miss Cosmo, please change the subject and talk about what happened at the crime scene. Certainly. Nice. I managed to carry on the trial. This is just the beginning. Next time I might not be this lucky. And choose the wrong option, I would only worsen the situation. Let's see how the defendant will continue. Mr. Necken, perhaps do you recall any facial markings of the victim, Miss Staunton? Mr. Staunton? The victim. I mean, Ken. Do you call him his name? By his name, Ken. Does he have black hair? Maybe a gray jacket? Maybe roan glasses? Now they see them in a better light. His face is peculiar. That mask, he looks like one of those killers from horror movies. Oh great, now I'm scared of dead people. To be fair, I don't want to see his face anymore. Your Honor, as you can see, he does remember what the victim looked like. Well, I mean, doctors use glasses, so... So... what? So what? For goodness sake! Conclude your sentence with so. Do you have anything else to add? Yeah? I'm begging you to cooperate. I need your help to see what actually happened. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. Defendant doesn't say something of useful in 5 seconds. You knew the victim. Do you remember anything else about the murder? Nothing. The rain. The shot. Whatever you noticed. Okay. Stop. Maybe I got this. Just give me time to remember it. I'll remember. Now remember. I better. No, I've said something to him. Like, hey, Ken, is that you? I had to turn around. I knew it was him. So this shows Mr. Necken remembers the murder. Sorta. Exactly, sorta. Let's remember what happens next instead. But something's weird. I don't know exactly what, but I feel like I need to intervene even if I'm going to take the risk. Let's ask a question. Defense, I'm not here to help you. However, I must ask something. Hope you remember it's not your turn. What is better, follow the rules or the truth? Do you remember? Mr. Necken said this some moments ago. Hey, Ken, is that you? I have to turn around. That's how I knew it was him. Therefore, we have the following 2 questions. First is, how did he recognize the victim from behind? Second is, why did he ask the victim to turn around? Excellent observation. These are both important questions. But I want to clarify, this isn't your turn, Prosecutor. Defense will decide. I'm just going to accept this, because he studied law for 6 years. Well, Mr. Necken, could you answer the questions? Questions? Sure. What kind of questions? Is he serious? Look, I'm going to repeat the questions for him. Mr. Necken, how did you recognize the defendant from behind when you called him? Oh, he's still talking about that. Look, if I asked him, is that you, it's because there's a motive. I'm not. That was a question because most likely I wanted to understand if it was him or not. Am I right or am I right? What you just said makes sense. In fact, it's a logical reasoning. What? However, could you please remember once more what you said before? Going around, I knew it was him. Isn't a contradiction? He has to view as Mr. Staunton, but he knew it, even from behind. You're right. It seems to be a contradiction. Let's not forget my client is a bit fuzzy. It's useless to think of these things if a person like him can't even make proper sentences. I'm afraid I have to agree with the prosecution this time, Miss Cosmo. Can you answer the question, Mr. Necken? The doctor's like 8 miles ahead, right? Isn't he? Doctor? What doctor? What, you don't get it? Talk about you. What? Listen, my patience is reaching the limit. Answer the question, only the question. How can I answer the question if I don't know the question? How did he recognize the victim from behind? Well, because I called him and it turned around. Let's continue with the second question. Miss Cosmo. Alright, so, why did you ask the victim to turn around? I wanted to say hello. Dank him. Thank for what exactly? It's a little embarrassing. Also from someone like me, well what? Well, what? Just the answer, please. Okay, the answer. So the answer is this. I got sick and he cured me. Cured? Or the disease I had, without a question. Thank you so much, Mr. Necken. I have no other borrowed questions. This is how it works. You can end the direct examination whenever you want. Even though I would have continued. Okay, the defendant's testimony has been created thanks to this new information. Mr. Necken can now repeat the testimony, whereas the prosecution prepares for the cross-examination. Fine, I'll get my chance to ask questions to him. Interesting. So it's true I was drunk. But now I remember something. I'm so happy. Can't help me with his meds for me disease. What a good boy. I wanted to thank him. Remember him with his gray jacket. I called by screaming at him. Then he turned around and I noticed his black hair and the rounded glasses. It was him. I like the direct examination idea. It's exactly the sort of thing that I really liked about burden of proof. It's a natural flow of questions, except they actually seems like they implemented a more robust gameplay system to go along with it, even if it's only got used at limited junctures, same as burden of proof. Thank goodness you remember now. You may start whenever you want, prosecutor. Now it's my turn. Cross-examination is hugely important in court proceedings. The feeling I knew what I should do. Should I rethink for a moment on how the cross-examination works? I don't need it. No, I don't think I need it. We had enough explained to us in this video. I need to present the press's statements and use the evidence I have. Got a new message. The guideline. Yep, so it looks like the cross-examination screen is traditional. If you're lost, I can read the guide, my notifications. Without further ado, let's begin. That is slick. That'll be for next video. Until then.